And welcome back to Let's Play Destiny Grimoire, Episode 4. Hunter Vanguard, oh dear. Cade 6. Cade 6 was a daring hunter with a fast ship, a quick gun hand, and an eye on the legendary Vault of Glass. Of course he couldn't say no to a challenge, not even the notorious Vanguard dare. He lost the bet to his immense regret. Now following in the footsteps of his fallen friend Andel Brask, Cade's turned to oversee his far-flung brethren as a Hunter Vanguard on the tower. He works dutifully, but longs for a chance to get back into the fight. Warlock Vanguard, Ikora Ray. Ikora Ray's second life has been long and colorful. An iconistic new guardian. He had a reputation in the Crucible and the halls of Warlock scholarship as an outspoken, unrelenting opponent, no patience with dogma or etiquette. Mission became a burden, and Ikora chose to travel alone. Flying reconnaissance across the worlds of the inner solar system. Shot down again and again, she and her girls survived against all odds, apparently preferring the wilderness to the company of her fellow guardians. Ikora finally returned to the city to rest her hard-won knowledge and seasoned temperament, given the respect of her fellow warlocks. She now serves in the Vanguard as a mentor and leader, carrying the memory of her wandering days as a link to rising guardians. Crucible Handler, I don't like you. Lord Shax. Lord Shax is one of the heroes of the Battle of the Twilight Gap, and led the counterattack that pushed the Fallen from the city walls. Yet another full-scale assault would be more than the city could repel. Shax chose to stay in the city to mentor guardians in the Crucible. One day, Shax vows to return to the war beyond the city, but only after he is confident the fires of the Crucible forge a new generation of warriors. Future War Cult Faction Rep, Lakshmi 2. Nothing Lakshmi 2 likes more than secrets. Her origins are unknown. Her appearance in the city was abrupt. She could select guardians for initiating the higher ministries. Future War Cult espousing a brutal philosophy of endless struggle. You can tolerate Lakshmi's mocking, innocent, bloody-minded philosophy and find her surprisingly good company. She used to take genuine joy in her work, as if the secrets she guards taught her to treasure every moment. Dead Orbit Faction Rep, Arak Jal. Jalal is a man driven by the ghost of a dead future. He has accused Dead Orbit of nihilistic fatalism. Jalal would be the first to agree that Earth is lost, a city a fatal trap. Facts have no time for sentiment, only an alien miracle prevented human extinction during the collapse. Jalal dreams of a diaspora to come, humanity ascendant, scattered across the stars too far-flung for any single threat to reach. Jalal's utilitarian practicality drives him to bend laws and break rules in the name of Dead Orbit's great project. When the goal is human survival, any sacrifice can be justified. New Monarchy Faction Rep, Executor Hideo. An upstanding citizen, Hideo was once known for his lavish gifts to children and elderly. Since he moved from plasteel manufacturing to the New Monarchy, he's been less forthcoming about his business and less free with his funds. As one of the public faces of the monarchy, he speaks with genuine passion and conviction about the possibilities of a united future. Honestly, if you ask me, I think all three of these guys should just, combine into one. Postmaster, KD55-30. Stationed in the Tower Plaza. KD55-30 welcomes guardians home from the frontier, delivers urgent messages, and tracks a lost item. KD has adopted a colloquial repartee with guardians who frequent the tower. His function of intricate subprogramming or learned behavior is unknown. Cryptarch, Master Rahul. Master Rahul's insatiable curiosity drove him to the tower where, as resident cryptoarchaeologist, he can work directly with guardians returning from the frontier. He decrypts matter engrams as a free service, and when he builds trust with a particular guardian, he is happy to offer rare engrams for sale. The scarcity of artifacts forces him to ask for glimmering compensation. His true love is history. He treats each new find as a chance to understand the glory of the Golden Age or the terrible truth of the collapse. Carefully to his murmurings, he may be the first to understand. Special orders. Tess Everest. Tess earned her place in the tower working as a troubleshooter, a fixer with resolution of any kind of problem. Her connections go everywhere. It's difficult to make her speak about her monographs in abstract algebra, or the string of particular jobs she's worked. But a word in her ear can open doors in surprising places. Guardian Outfitter. Eva Levante. Levante provided services to Tower long before she actually took her place in it. Friends would call for her work again and again, looking for marks of distinction, both new and old. She began to craft emblems and shaders for the bold and discerning. These days, she set up shop in the tower, taking quiet pride, guardians who train, fight, and fall under her signs. Shipwright, Amanda Holiday. Born on the road and daughter of pilgrims, Holiday grew up fixing and scavenging, maintaining the vehicles that saved her family from the wilderness. Her talent for engineering, familiarity with Golden Age relics made her a leader among the tower's shipwrights. Tales of Holiday's childhood had galvanized her. She knows and respects the dangers that press against the city's walls, and her drive to rebuild the city's aerospace capabilities is driven as much by pragmatism as by her love of flight. Oh dear. Gunsmith, Banshee 44. Few merchants of the tower serve as a vital function as Banshee 44. His knowledge of weapons is encyclopedic, but don't ask him where it comes from. His mind and body have absorbed incredible punishment over the ages. He grapples with fragments of memories, the shrapnel of ancient ordeals that return to haunt him. Agent of the Nine, Zur. Zur sells objects of legendary power. He accepts his own currency, serves his own enigmatic goals, or those of equally cryptic masters. Mysterious, too. Nature was present in the tower. Does he have some arrangement with the Vanguard or the Speaker? Are there those among the Guardian elite who understand Zur's nature and ultimate purpose? While efforts to control his comings and goings simply failed. Iron Banner Rep, Lord Saladin. Here to the city and a legend in his own right, Saladin Forge led the... His last name is Forge. Really? Saladin Forge led the city's defense against the Battle of the Twilight Gap. His proteges, Commanders of Vala and Lord Shax, now leads the tower's Vanguard and the Crucible, respectively. Saladin remains close to Vala, though his relationship with Shax has been strained since the Twilight Gap. Humanity seeks great champions to lead the fight against the darkness. It was born to honor the Landlords and their efforts in the earliest days of the city. Queen's Emissary, Petra Venge. Petra. Petra is an operative, the Queen of the Fields, of the Reef. She has long made the tower her home, and it is no secret where her allegiance lies. Frames. Frames are simple automata, near automata, in the city, although not equipped with true general sentience, they are nevertheless useful cleaning, maintenance, and server tasks. Frames do have the ability to learn, may develop quirks of personality and behavior over long lifespans. Vanguard Quartermaster, Ronnie 55-30. As trustworthy Frames comes, Ronnie 55-30 was designed to smooth troubled waters. He has spent long hours trying to invoke any hidden frustration in the distant machine cousin. Ronnie remains exquisitely composed. Crucible Quartermaster, our site 99-40. No discounts, big shot. Our site 99-40 is the last of Lord Shax's personal combat frames. Shax remaining in the city to oversee the Crucible. Shax had since combat systems deactivated and rebooted with Tower's more civil vendor protocols. His mirror banks still remember the battles he has seen. Its knowledge makes our site uniquely qualified to equip Guardians for combat. However, the same for untested Guardians is a combination of learned behavior, a byproduct of years in service to Lord Shax, personal experience. Since may have been reprogrammed, but the love for combat still pulses within his circuitry. Bounty Tracker. Xander 99-40. Many threats beyond the city's walls. To help track and eliminate these dangers, Mayor has initiated bounty systems to reward Guardians to take the fight to the city's enemies. Shax, not to be outdone, lays out his own bounties for performance in the Crucible. Xander 99-40, recent product of the city's foundries, tracks every Guardian's progress and dispenses rewards. City Factions. Factions. They've done more good than harm by most calculations. In the city's early days, various factions vie for the hearts and minds of the refugee masses. Past struggles threatened to shatter an already tenuous existence. When the conflicts known as the faction wars brought the city to its knees. The chaos grew intolerable, a gathering of Guardians fought to end the conflict. The new peace brought a new order. City consensus and the Speaker ruled together, and the surviving great factions worked through civil channels to pursue their agendas. The order still holds, but as the city reaches out on the frontier, the factions see new opportunities everywhere. Chance to win over Guardians through their cause. Is it? No, just cause. Future War Cult. In the future, but now, no truth but war. The origins of the future war cult are greatly debated. Their mark has been found in ancient chambers and encampments, system dating them back to the late Golden Age. Though their secrets are vast, they are proven indispensable in a struggle against the darkness, earning them power and respect in the city's consensus and among Guardians. Most Fragment, Future War Cult. Record 343-Chasm-7887. Subject 22, admitted to the inner circle at 24.0. I don't know. 24.0. Promising postulant. You have to say it performed poorly. He was administered the standard medication, but refused to enter the device. Aren't people unpredictable? I suppose there'd be no point if they weren't, wouldn't they? He knows to keep silent. End record. Record 343-Chasm-78888. So 23 enter the device at 11.0. Clever girl from the core district in Arsp, therefore before she joined the war cult. At 11.3, she reported a sensation of floating. 11.6, a sensation of lights within the darkness of the device. Between 11.6 and 11.32, four of these lights varies these white, golden, and blood red. At 11.32, she reported a sensation of someone taking her hand, a stranger, but also herself. 12 searches reported similar experiences. At 11.33, she reported the sensation we've called the opening of the veil. The device recorded temporal displacement of her consciousness to the order of 6 degrees. At 7, she began screaming. Brain scans near death removed from the device at 11.34. She believes without question the device granted her vision of the future, and it was one of utter darkness. She thanked me for this alignment. He says it will make her stronger. Little ghost in the corner of the sanctum, I see you blinking. Are you listening? Are you... End record. Record 343-Chasm-7889. Device at 12.22, what? Immediately the device reported dissipating of his consciousness. Visions of war and city in flames. Subject 29 worked the supply channels on the slip before he joined the war cult. By 12.27, he was babbling in by end record. Are these damaged? Record 343-Chasm-7890. And I don't even know how to actually look up the Grimoire itself, because the app changed, sadly. We have applied certain reinforcements to the device. Navarro found records of a prototype of the device at the Golden Age laboratory in Tibet. An area seam retrieval was left of it. We were the first to see it operation in who knows how long. Too many subjects come back damaged, mad. We are grasping at straws. What do you think, little ghost? In record. Record 343-Chasm-7891. Is this like a... I don't know, shade, I regret to say. Shade thrown at 343 Industries or whatever? You know, the guys who do Halo. Now, 47 human subjects, 11 report timelines in which darkness already prevailed. 19 report timelines in which the city has fallen. 23 babbled madness. Hopeless. Trapped. No one of the device was abandoned. The human mind is too weak for it. Too weak to look in the future or to understand what it sees. No one of the device was abandoned. Yeah. Too weak to look in the future and understand what it sees. Well, the situation calls for a little ghost is a better sort of witness. We found you in pieces in Siberia and repaired you as well as we could. What do you say? Are you well enough to travel? End record. Dead orbit. Even though our only salvation of the future lies out among the lights of those stores, that word theology has developed from mere fatalism to an obsession with the worlds beyond Earth. Now the focus is on the building of a star-flaring fleet, pulled together from the ashes of our past and spoils of war. Ghost fragment, dead orbit. Record 978-Eclipse-4165. Io? Hello? Are you... Oh, please let it be alive. Wake up, little ghost. Wake up. Just please give me some sign that you're listening. Alright, I don't need. I know you're listening. Why'd you be out here if you weren't here too? It's a miracle I found you out here on this thing. I didn't know the Trevor sent its ghosts out this far from home. Poor little thing. Lost thing. Please wake up. I'm in a rock of dead orbit. I'm the last of the crew of the Sophia, and this place doesn't have a name. We called it A-113. Now you've been here, little ghost. Why did you come? Listen, we came here on behalf of the fleet. We're scavengers. 1 days ago, a dead orbit scout detected an unknown presence in stationary orbit about Ceres. 133 West, look Golden Age by the signatures. Human small station, no prior records. I suppose we just closed to the tower, but we didn't. I didn't. It's my call. When I first saw whatever it was for the fleet. Told the tower maybe they might have sent a guardian not of our making instead. Doesn't matter now, does it, little one? Mostly because I haven't slept in 7 days. 7.5 days ago. That was when the Sophia dropped into the belt. They saw us at once. We dropped and alarms went off and that was the end. That was the end right there. But they let us go on for another 7.5 days, didn't they? The alarms, hostile scans detected. When ship had us in sights just a couple 100 kilometers away. They were waiting for us. Could have wiped us out of space right then. Said it crippled our engines and our comms, and for days it played with us like a cat. We limped halfway around the belt, and it was always there. And Sophia, 1.5 days ago, we jumped ship for A-113. What else to call it? I know what it was built for. There are these, keyholes. These things, like keyholes. You try to say they go on for 1,000 kilometers. Others went inside and found, well, some of them were still screaming about the eye. The voices that come back are more terrible. Salvage here, but it'll never come home, none of it. None of it except maybe you, little ghost. Wake up. Wake up, go home, tell them to strike A-113 from the records. Forget the Sophia and the mission and her crew. In record. New monarchy. Only born from the collective triumphs of the king in us all. Monarchy rose from the ashes of the faction wars with simple, inclusive guiding tenet. Together we will rise. Leader of the fragile state of the city's politics, the new monarchy maintains a watchful eye on the speaker, the consensus, and the vanguard. Seeking the leadership that will properly reign over the city and return of civilization to its golden age splendor. If it cannot be found, then it must be created. Describing new monarchy. Some tenets of new monarchy. To secure walls against the enemy without, secure the rights and liberties of every upstanding citizen, sponsor science's the city into salvage the ruins beyond so that our golden age might be reborn. Support the guardian orders by leading the city in technological innovation, support the natural harmony of the city, and to actively dissuade any group or individual that might disrupt that harmony. Told all other individuals, compacts, and allegiances to highest standards of productivity and right behavior. 2. By the vote of the consensus, abolish the consensus and transfer ultimate power in order to the rights and liberties of all citizens be secured to a single sovereign of an unimpeachable character. Okay, I think it was My Name is Bife. Talks about this in like his New Monarchy video. And he talks about like the unimpeachable character. I think if I remember correctly, it's been like 3 years, but if I remember correctly, he was like saying like, oh, this is like a red flag sign saying that, an unimpeachable king. I don't think that's what that means. I think it means a character so like, pure, not pure necessarily, but like so much like a leader that he can't like, his character would not beget being impeached by anything because his character wouldn't let him do anything that would warrant impeaching, I think. I'm pretty sure that's what that means. Exostranger. Oh yeah. You don't really matter anymore. The Exostranger. Stories of an Exo walking in the darkness without a ghost have long haunted the tower. Legends say this anomaly dissolves in and out of the world, intangible and elusive. She is a visitor from somewhere beyond. Some believe she's the last of an ancient Exo squadron fighting a long-forgotten war. Dismiss her as a hallucination caused by exposure to Vex technology. Those who maintain that her intervention saved the lives or averted unspeakable catastrophes. Okay. Ghost driving the Exostranger. I stand here now and now and now many times this view, this ground. It's where I always choose to stand. I put my feet where I put my feet before, and where I will again, and look at the sky. Great things moving, random small with distances, lesser things not moving, watching me. I always stand here, resolute, then fall back. And I'll point there where everything shatters. Sky isn't special here, certainly no better than any sky, but it's a view I know best. Silent avalanche begins, rock and dust, falling chaos. Machines, as a rule, hate chaos. Enemies outflank us from below, above, left, right, before, beyond, the travelers shattering. Always the dead, their names shift. Sometimes I think I see myself among the dead, but I am resolute. The Queen. The Queen. I am noble too, O Lord of Wolves. Starlight was my mother, and my father was dark. Queen of Woken is as much an enigma as the reef she rules. Said that she won her crown through ruthlessness, and that she stands as a master of the fallen house of wolves in place of the defeated Kel. The city's rise spells an end to the reef's age of isolation. Sure looked to this new era as an opportunity, and the city in turn must look to her. Born awoken, have spent long ages out on the edge of everything. Made no secrets of terrible weight, the Queen most of all. The close fragment, the Queen. For a while, the only lights were the eyes of the witches tending to the cell. The drone of the soul machines echoed through the prison. Gas billowed and ebbed in the shadows. She scurried. They scurried to their points around her, the method of the arrangement precise. The Archon Priest has been retired, my queen, said the witch to her right. But from the throne and islands she moved without theater. Any words of Calyx Prime? We still sense something on the Anon keys. The voice came from behind her. She did not turn to acknowledge it. For the span of a brief silence, she moved between the sealed cells of the wolf nobility, the witches and constellation around her. More of your brother's crows have entered the cauldrons of Rhea. Note directly before I spoke with a dry buzz. The nine do not approve. A moment to study the sealed face of a cell. Cloud of her breath mingled with the slow exhalation of cryonics. Send one of our prizes, something to commemorate our mutual victory. Yep. And which of your prisoners would you gift? As she paused to think, it was only for an instant. Send them to Skolas. A lovely gesture. She cocked her head, listening for a frozen heartbeat. And remind them this. The crows are mine. Oh dear, it's you. The Queen's brother. I will not sacrifice my birthright for the promise of security. Queen's confidant, spymaster, and Delhi's enforcer, her brother wields enormous power, particularly for a male born in the Reef's matriarchal society. The reports suggest he may differ from the Queen in key matters of strategy. It remains to be seen whether this gap is a source of conflict or part of the reason the Queen values him so highly. Okay. Ghost Riding the Queen's brother. The machine had wings and feathers, sleek and black as his body, but the feathers were eyes too, showing delicate and ears that pricked at every sound. The young prince considered the machine, considered its purpose and his own. Called to it. I have a task for you. Obedience was woven into his working, so it stopped. Master of Crows. Mind the Black Garden's gate, following who passes through. And then me, your sister. Machine vowed. It went to find its warp castle just as another came in, but this one flew skittishly as if to evade its master. Just got out from the air. You avoid me. I am tasked by the queen, but you serve me. He let it tremble in displeasure for a moment. Tell me your news. The machine flicked its wings. The prince stroked them flat with slow, assured motions. Tell me your news, he said again. What's the harm? The art is growing stronger, the crow said. The Vex transformation has begun and the progeny are stirring. Consider this in silence for a moment. And then he wrapped the crow up in his fists and folded his wings around it so that it could not move or fly. So all swiftly and with purpose. Machine went to see his sister. One of their fallen guards standing before a window into infinity. I'll leave the universe, but send your brother, she said. Yes, what is it? There's news to share, he said, and offering the crow in his fist. You have earned the right to share it. Yes. Will we share it next time, though? We'll find out, won't we? So, enjoy the city, you know what to do. See ya!